So welcome to this small presentation in our marketing model series, or more specifically in the series about our cognitive biases. In this video, I will be talking about the anchoring bias. Anchoring bias is related to what we see first is defining for what we expect afterwards. The classic example of this is an experiment where they ask people to multiply a set of numbers, 8 times 7 times 6 times 4, etc., down to 1. And they got a significantly higher result than the ones which were asked to multiply 1 times 2 times 3 times 4. The idea is that it is anchoring. The first information that we get will define how we act upon the rest. Why this is happening? Well, there are a couple of competing theories. One is that we have a starting point and then we adjust from there. Another one is that the first one we see, we consider the best, or the one that we put most weight into. Or it could also be that we don't know and we don't have the capacity for dealing with so much information as we move forward. Which one is correct? I don't know, but I know that it works. What can we do to counter it if you are in this? Well, calm moods, relax, have a proper evaluation of things. It can be that you're quite professional. That is also a good counter against it. Or just being aware that this is a bias that you potentially run into. So this is how you can avoid being anchored somewhere that you don't want to be. But it's one of these decision belief making behavioral biases, as I talked about in the introduction to these series. It affects our belief, our reasoning processes, and often our business and economic decisions. And that's why I'll also be looking at this anchoring from a marketing and sales perspective. In our marketing perspective, whatever information we think is best, whatever information we think is most important, we need to present it upfront because it creates the anchor for whatever comes afterwards. So don't try to lead people into things. Give them the best argument that you have right off the bat. That's what we will do when we have our marketing. Find the best feature. Evaluate what people consider the best feature. But remember, when you ask, the order you ask them in is also affecting whatever they answer because of the anchoring bias. One of the classic examples for anchoring is in the sales, or more specifically in negotiations. The one who provides the price first, the negotiation will evolve from there. So if you set a high price, within reason of course, you will set the anchor and it will be negotiated from there on. If you let your opponent set the anchor, well, you will start negotiations from there on. Say you want 50,000 for your product. Well, if you let the opponent say and they offer you 30,000, well, you're most likely to end up closer to the 30 than to the 50 if you had set the anchor. All right? So information first, the best first, and starting out in your negotiations. Thank you for watching this small video on the anchoring bias. Follow on for more biases. See you.